Good morning, good morning. We are in the White Light Oracle card series where we pull a card, we read from the book to learn from Miss Alana Fairchild, and then we do our writing. So have your notebook and pen ready. We do automatic writing where you just write and you don't overthink, you don't think about spelling or punctuation or anything. You don't even think about the next word. You just allow the words to come forth and and just really connect with spirit. And we've connected in different ways into different parts of spirit through this whole time. We have connected because today is day number 22, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and which is halfway through this deck. So this is what we've already done, and this is what we have still to go. And so be proud of yourself. And hopefully you are, if you have been doing this whole series, hopefully you can see some improvement in that, in the connection. And not that being said, you could still, like, even after you've been doing it, showing up every day for like 10 years, you can still have days where halfway through the page or whatever, you're just like, your brain, the connection is like gone, and you're like, hello, hello, help, please help. So no judgment on self on any of this. This is called a practice for a reason. Your spiritual practice is called a practice for a reason. It is a practice. You just practice showing up each day. You practice being who you are and being human, and every day in life is a practice. We're just playing at life, really. So anyway, so don't forget to date your paper. I always write in the top right hand part of the line, and obviously you could do it however you please, but I always try to remember to put the date before we even get started here, so that way I don't forget, because later on you will want to know. And then at the top of the page, at the very top of the page, I write White Light Oracle, and then on that other side of the top line, opposite of the date, I will then write the name of the card once we pull it, so that way we have it, and you'll already have that because it's in the title. So cheers. So get settled in, get your wee cup of tea or coffee or water, have your notebook and pen, and light your candle. I want to light that one too. Oopsies, sorry. Here we go. All right. You can put on some like oils. You can have some incense going, but don't smoke yourself out. And then you can spray a little yummy, like, oily spray. Just really, we're engaging all of our senses whenever we connect. It helps us to connect with spirit when we engage all the senses. So you have your sense of smell with the sprays or with the incense, or whatever it is. If you have scented candles, just be careful with that, because you don't want to kill yourself. And then with the sense of, like, sight, you're doing with your candles, and with also brings in, like, your different, these are also bringing in the different elements too, right? You've got fire with the candle, but you're also seeing it, and it brings about this cozy, warm feeling. And then you have your sense with the smells, but that could also be, so you're, like, an incense can help you connect with both fire and air, because the smoke is kind of like air, right? And then you're going with your sense of smell. The touch can be like crystals and whatnot, and then also just having, I just like having, just different textures going on in my little sacred space. We need to do a separate video again on sacred spaces, but and then just but just having, like, connecting to all your senses, and just making your space with your treasures. Like, if you're one of those people that are kind of like, you're still like a kid when you're out in nature and you pick up little treasures along the way, like little baby cute little pine cones, which is good for protection, by the way. Just having all these different little treasures about, so that way it just makes you feel good. And then see, you have, like, oopsies, connection to water with the shells. Like, if you find shells, you can have that there to help you connect with water. And then I also have, we're going way off the rails, but that's okay. Here's a jar of the river water that the river's right across the bend there. So what did I drop? I don't want to like wondering what it is so I don't hurt it or lose it or break it or whatever it is, but oh well, I'll find it when we're done if I don't roll over it in the meantime. Okay, so let's get going here. So you have an idea of like, just surround yourself with all your little treasures and make this like a fun, magical time. This time in our lives is like learning that being a kid isn't about being a kid. It's like connecting to your inner child and all of that and stuff, and just it's about just being like not categorizing, not letting like collecting your little treasures and stuff, making it, why does it have to be, why is that categorized as being like childlike, right? It's about still believing in magic and treasures and all the different things, and what's treasure to you doesn't have to be treasure to anybody else. It could be just trash or whatever to somebody else, but that's okay. It's your treasure, and that's what makes it special, and that's what we hold on to. So there we go. Okay, let's dive in. Okay, hand on your heart space. I'm going to put the cards here too so we can do extra little connecting with them this morning. So we're going to be breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth, breathing in that beautiful Mother Earth energy, connecting with her, grounding down into her, breathing in nice and slow. Exhaling out your mouth. And that audible sigh, releasing all that no longer serves you. Breathing in and out. This time breathing in, pulling down Father, Son energy, pulling down his beautiful clarity, inspiration, motivation, and drive, and asking for a cleansing and clearing all the way through our center channel as we do. Breathing in. Hold. Release. One more there. Breathing in. Hold. Release. You can wiggle your shoulders or shake out your hands if you need to. Now we're going to be breathing into our heart space, pulling in that beautiful Mother Earth energy and Father Sun energy, creating this beautiful balance energy along with Source Light energy, creating just this energy just full of love and intention and healing that we're going to be spreading throughout our whole energetic field. So breathing in. Hold. Release. Again, breathing in. Hold. Release. Again, you can need to shake, you can. Calling in our angels and our guides, calling in our higher selves, calling in Jesus, Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Freya too. Oya Nasiano too, calling in our ancestors of love and light, Ascension Council, Ascended Masters, Galactic Council, those are the highest of high of love and light, and only those are the highest of high of love and light, to gather here together with us to this day to help us to be clear channels, receiving and giving the exact messages in which we're meant to receive for highest good in this moment. Anasiano too, Anasiano too, Anasiano too. Also calling in and asking assistance from Archangels Michael, Metatron, Uriel, Azrael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Shamuel to be here with us today, helping to keep this space a sacred space, cleansed and cleared of all energy that does not belong here, and amplifying all energy that does, asking them to please purify this energy, help us to purify our hearts and our minds and our spirits, help to please help us to see clearly, to know clearly, to hear clearly, to feel clearly. Help us to be free of tainting what we see and what we hear and we feel and we know with our past judgments, with our past like resentments or and pains and traumas and all the different things. Please just help to purify us in this way that we can not only be here with pure intention and receiving clearly and hearing clearly and all the things clearly, but also being out in the world, and in our day-to-day relationships, and in our relationship to ourselves. Please help to purify our energy from all these different ways, so that way we can have a clear viewpoint in life, and not have this tainted glasses from our past, seeing people through the lens of past traumas and whatnot, and expectations based on that. So please help us just to cleanse and clear all of that energy from our past, all of that stuck energy and unresolved trauma and everything unresolved that needs to pass through us. Please help to just cleanse and purify and clear that, so that way we can approach each and every part of our day in a pure way, in a clear way. Oyana siano tuyano oyana kana siano tuyano oyana. Ana kiano tuyano oyana. May we approach the day with a pure heart, with pure intention. Iano tuyano oyana. Amen, and so it is. Okay. That just seems to be really important. Like, they're bringing that up a lot lately for us to practice that. So I feel like we're honoring ourselves and honoring them by doing that practice in which they ask us to each morning. That we've been starting doing that. All right, let's pull a card. Anasiano tuyano oyana kiano oyana. Throwing things around. Anapausis. Anapausis. Look at that. I should have done this a long time ago. I've been using this app that I thought I was supposed to use, and that was the one that was so many issues with the focus and autofocus and all of that. And I didn't realize you could just use QuickTime Player to record videos. Duh. I don't know. Okay. I'm learning as I go. Have patience with me. I thought I opened it right to it. I was about to be amazed, but that's the vulva. But look how it's similar, the vulva, how similar they look. I was like, ooh, look at me. All right. That's on the totally other end of the book. But there it is. That was quick. Okay. Anapausis. Do not give up, but allow your heart to disengage from your struggles. Give yourself much needed rest. You are in a phase of recovery. If you have been off your path, you are going to come back strong. You will regain your spark of passion, inspiration, and devotion. A certain order of events needs to take place for your soul path to come in fruition. Commit yourself to your sacred journey, trusting that the right thing will happen at the right time. The Greek word anapausis refers to the cessation of work, so one can regain strength, renew vitality, and heighten creativity. Productivity is a rest for success. The oracle of Anapausis. I hope I'm saying that okay. I'm doing pause because you know how they're spelling a pause. Take a pause. Can you see that? Oh well, now there it is. Anapausis. That's the best I can do. Okay. Advises physical, emotional, and psychological rest to reset yourself. That might mean switching off without fear or guilt. It is likely to mean giving up worries and constant replay of anxiety-ridden speculations. Find some spaciousness and pleasure within around yourself so you may experience healing and renewal. If you have been considering working with a healer, this is a confirmation to pursue such a path. The oracle recommends finding spiritual rest even if you are still working hard. A spiritual rest happens when we take sanctuary in the sacred. We give up trying to become something or other and instead tend fully to the task at hand, completely engaged in the moment. When we do so, we are trusting that the universe knows what it is doing and that we are part of a greater unfolding plan. In modern culture, we can aspire to become someone, um, to become someone, someone visible, someone influential, someone powerful, someone important. Yet, no matter how much worldly or even spiritual power a person may appear to have, the idea that one person is more important than another belongs in the realm of ego. Spirit loves and respects all beings equally. Amen. Away with the gurus. Sorry. um, What our world needs are more people who are spiritually connected to their hearts. As you become such a being, others will seek you out. You don't need to set yourself up as being anything at all. You can enjoy the relief of giving up any obsession with appearances or external validation. Instead, deep dive into the nourishing inner realm of your own soul with trust in all that is and all that shall be. Free from distracting and disempowering pursuits, you may connect, rest, and restore yourself with the real sense of your spiritual beauty, value, and presence. In the space of restful immersion, you realize you are enough. Anapausis brings special guidance for those who have been going through deeply challenging struggles of mind, body, and soul. Perhaps you feel exhausted, confused, and afraid. Even if you are still going strong in the outer world, you have a need for spiritual convalescence. You are encouraged to allow yourself adequate rest and to engage in activities geared towards healing. This oracle recognizes there is something you have been working hard to bring into being. With little more trust in your spiritual connection, you'll find the way easier and more joyful. You don't need to push yourself so hard. Spirit can sustain you through your devotion and commitment so that every effort you make is more than matched by the inflow of spiritual grace. Don't allow your mind or the deranged ways of this world to create weariness and yet another drama. Take rest in the spiritual insight of love, rest from fear, rest from anxiety, and rest from needing to work it all out right now. Even on your most confusing and most productive days, you can find renewal in spirit. It is always available to you, even right now. Healing process. Imagine, feel, or intend that you are being bathed in radiant white light. It gently but effectively removes tentacles of attachment that your ego has generated. It allows you to effortlessly release false viewpoints or misguided interpretations of events. It gently cleanses and aligns your visions and desires so that they are in harmony with your heart and the universe. This brings you back to your true self. You can relax and allow this realignment to happen naturally in the spiritual light. As you surrender to the restlessness of ego, you can settle into the inner loving ground of your beautiful heart. There is so much for you to receive. You need not chase after anything or anyone, nor is there need to fret or worry. Now is the time to rest in a place of love and trust. Rest for as long as you need, then ground yourself with a deep breath in and out. You have completed your healing process. All right. That feels like there's sand. Okay, people. Let's do this. So, what I'm thinking is we probably all have like that something where we're overthinking or we're being too hard on ourselves about something. And so I'm thinking that we can just try and, so we're going to do this little breathing exercise and drop in, but we're going to ask from our higher selves, like just to really help us be forgiving of ourselves, like to really allow ourselves to come home to ourselves again, to forgive ourselves, to start anew, to, if whatever it is, whatever guidance we may need from our higher selves, to move forward. Or maybe there's something totally different that your higher self is like, no girl, I need to tell you something, and this is what it is, and it has nothing to do with your drama right now. So just listen, like they're like, shut up, sit down, and listen up. So it could be something like that. I don't know, but we are just going to ask and receive. We have to put out the intention, and we have to be open to receive. But again, just be open to, like, if this is, if you are dealing with something where you are just being way too hard on yourself for whatever it is. Maybe you've been feeling lazy, or maybe because you haven't been as productive as you would like to be, or maybe you, like, I don't know, screwed up with a relationship, or maybe you've been slacking in a friendship, or whatever it is, and you've just been like, Urgh. But whenever we are that hard on ourselves, it doesn't get us anywhere, right? It gets us stuck. So we're going to ask for help with forward movement, right? Or whatever it is that needs to come through for spirit. All right, so let me shut up and grab your crystal if you need to. So we're going to close our eyes again. We're going to drop into our breath. Our first breath is going to be nice and big and deep, but then after that, we're going to do we're going to try and find that rhythm, like that nice full breath in and out, but rhythmic, like where it puts you in like this like meditative state, almost like it's rocking yourself to sleep like a baby. Just allow yourself to find that rhythm, not worrying about what I'm saying, just breathing in and out, in and out, in a way that fits your rhythm. So breathing in, nice and big first off though. Nice and big inhale. Hold. Release. So we're using that to really drop us in. Now finding that rhythm, breathing in. Seeing that white light glowing in your third eye area, growing larger and larger. Cleansing and clearing as it grows larger and larger. Feeling your third eye area, maybe feeling a tingle, pulsing, pressure, as this light just cleanses and clears. This light starts to move into your third eye, all the way through towards the middle back of your head, where your pineal gland is. And now that white light is all surrounding that pineal gland, pulsing with your breath. Pulsing with your breath and with your heartbeat as it cleanses and clears, descales and all the things to your pineal gland, helping that connection to your third eye area and to your throat, to your crown, and all the way down through your root, all the way down, anchored into Mother Earth, breathing in and out. In, out. Allowing that source light energy, that bright ball of light, pulsing, cleansing, clearing. Activating. Activating. That white light moving towards your crown, Opening, cleansing, clearing, activating. With each path this light takes, it opens that path. It activates that path, that channel to connect these threads. It moves back down to your throat, cleansing, clearing as it goes, activating, pulsing, clearing, cleansing, feeling, sensing, seeing this white light pulsing in your throat, cleansing and clearing that energy, aligning, aligning, aligning. Aligning with your pineal gland, aligning with your third eye, aligning with your crown. The white light moves down to your heart center, cleansing and clearing as it goes, clearing that path, that channel, connecting the threads of communication between all of these different energy centers, to have clear communication between them all, creating alignment. It's now pulsing, cleansing, clearing, activating in your heart center. See it, feel it, sense it, know it, whatever it is best, easiest for you. One more breath there. It goes down to your solar plexus, pulsing, 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 connecting, aligning, cleansing, clearing, activating. Pulsing with your breath, pulsing with the beat of your heart. If you need to move and stretch as you do this, keeping your eyes closed, your breathing steady. Now the light moves down to your sacral, pulsing, cleansing, clearing, and aligning and activating, pulsing, pulsing with your breath, pulsing with the beat of your rhythm, with the beat and the rhythm of your energy, breathing in and out, in and out, pulsing in and out. This light is pulsing in and out. Cleansing, clearing, activating, aligning, feeling that thread, that channel of light going from your sacral all the way up through your crown, all the way up to your star chakra, connecting you with your higher self, connecting you with source light energy, connecting, clearing that channel, having clear connection. Moves down now to your root. Cleansing, clearing, activating, aligning, pulsing, pulsing with your breath, with the rhythm, with the beat of your energy. It feels like your whole energy field now is pulsing, pulsing, pulsing. That white ball of light in your root. Pulsing, cleansing, clearing, aligning, connecting the threads. Going down, further down still to your earth star chakra. Cleansing, clearing, aligning, connecting. Activating, brightening, raising that frequency, each breath in, each breath out, raising that frequency, each breath in, each breath out. That white ball of pulsing light going down still, pulling that thread, anchoring you in to the womb of Mother Earth, going all the way through her layers, all the way to her core, all the way to her womb, connecting your womb to her womb, connecting the source of wisdom. Grounding you to her with pure intention, with clarity, with a knowingness, with a willingness, with an openness, ready to receive, ready to receive, ready to receive, breathing in and out, feeling all of your energy centers coming online, aligning further still, all the way up to and past your star chakra, fully aligned, fully connected, fully activated, fully cleansed and cleared. Energy buzzing, frequency raising. Pick up your pin and I will see you in 7 to 10. Amen, and so it is. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. It really helps me. So I really hope it helps you too, like showing up in this way, and maybe having like a little study buddy helps you to show up in this way too. So fingers crossed. And all we could do is our best, right? So thank you for doing your best with me. Much love.